Welcome to the Bay Podcast episode. I don't even know why I try that. What episode is it, Jasmine?
Uh,
48?
40 something. 40
Well,
something. 40
we
something.
almost at 50. Kudos to us.
Oh,
Good morning,
God.
good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever time you find yourself listening to this. Greetings and thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Bless you
You
so much.
like that? That sounded good, didn't it?
It did. It did. It did. How you doing, though?
I'm fine. I'm hot. I need to turn the air up. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm good. How are you, dear?
Anything new? Anything new is nothing.
Is anything new with me?
Yeah.
Nothing for me to just pop up and just start talking about.
Okay. So hello. Yeah, I don't have anything new. I'm good.
Your
I
hair looks
celebrated.
good.
Thank you. I
You need to go get
celebrated
that spray, though.
what? The dandruff? Oh, this no, I like it like this.
Oh, well, as long as you like it.
I like it like this now because everybody, yeah, I get so many like, well, why your hair like that? I don't, because I did buy spray though. I did buy it,
Oh, you
but
bought dark brown. You didn't buy like black, did you?
I don't, yeah, I bought black.
Okay.
But anywho, so I celebrated 2 years of working, which is
I saw. I was so
yeah,
proud of you.
yeah, because
I wanted
I
to say
saw your
so much. Trust me, I held back. I wanted to say so much more on LinkedIn. Oh my God, I was
yeah,
gonna
but
write
the
a book.
funny thing is, I saw your comment on LinkedIn, but somebody actually texted me. They was just like, "Look at God, you done made it to 2 years," and I was weak, my friend. I was so weak when she texted me that. So, that is a feat because
I
I be
was
keeping
about to
God.
put
I
a
be
couple
putting God.
sentences.
I just
Yes,
feel
you
like
do.
at some point your happiness is important, and if I'm and at some you spend so much time at work. Like that is 40 hours of your week. It's 168 hours in a week. So let me be happy for 40 of them. I don't see how people work jobs that they don't like, but
I completely agree. You just have a habit of not staying at a job long. So I completely agree. You should be happy at work. You should feel fulfilled. It shouldn't be you should be stressed at work. It should be a place that you can enjoy.
definitely,
You
definitely.
just I've always had a hard time finding one of those. Like the one
That
place you did have
special
was
place.
Richmond, and you left Richmond, and after Richmond, whoo!
I loved Richmond, but anyhow.
I never said after Richmond, I didn't know if you would ever find that again.
Interesting. But
Target
yeah,
is on Instagram. You see that? Target has made their way onto Instagram where you can shop right from Instagram on Target. If that
yeah,
ain't the devil, I don't know what is.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
I
So,
feel like
so
that's
I,
only because what's going on this week.
what's going on this week?
Black people supposed to be like, it's like blackout week, not supposed to be online shopping certain days.
It is?
Yeah, sorry Tuesday.
I thought that was last Tuesday. We won't buy nothing nowhere. I didn't know it was this
Nah,
week too. Ain't nobody tell me.
last Tuesday was showing solitary, and then this Tuesday was we supposed to be suffocating like their pockets, not spending money.
Well, where was that? I didn't see that on Twitter. And Twitter is normally where I get my news.
No, this like been passing. This been passed through like Facebook messages.
Did well, I know I'm not friends with the right people to get that message. That
That's why
makes sense.
I'm through
That
Facebook.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I was about to introduce. So we have a guest today on the podcast.
What's today?
Um,
Oh, whew.
Can you focus?
Sorry, girl. I thought I had missed the PlayStation announcement. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Oh my gosh! If
I'm
I
sorry.
Oh, that is
It's
today. That is
tomorrow.
today.
No, it's tomorrow. It's the 11th
did,
at 1 p.m.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
PDT. What's
Specific.
PDT?
Specific.
No, PDT.
no, that's not.
PDT
I don't think.
specific.
I'm gonna Google it because I don't want to just say you wrong and I be wrong. But
It's
PDT.
1 o'clock in Cali, and then it's pretty much I think either 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern. It's
Oh,
Pacific
Pacific
Central.
Daylight Time. When did they start calling it
Yeah,
that? That's new.
it been then.
Learn something new. Okay, carry on. Introduce the guest.
So yeah. At this point, you've been talking. You want to introduce yourself? But
No, I'll let you do it.
what? Oh, what else would say something real grand? Like, oh, so here today we have all the way from Buckingham, Virginia.
You can say I'm from Buckingham, but recent
Oh, you're really from
grad.
Buckingham, Virginia?
Yes,
Yeah.
Who that's at?
it's the central part of Virginia. I call it the heart of Virginia. Some other people disagree with that.
The heart of Virginia.
But so if you go to Google and you type in Buckingham County, Virginia, and you look it up, it sits right in the middle of Virginia.
Oh wow! Is that why your name is Buck?
Yeah, that's my nickname. That was college nickname I got pretty much labeled with.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, great to have you here with us today, me and Leslie.
Having Zoom makes it all possible.
It does. So, I guess at first, like what you was talking about a little bit. Tell me more, because I haven't heard it. So, what you were saying that they doing with the blackout?
I'm gonna have to read it because my aunt, like you got Facebook for your family and people you pretty much grew up with. So I'm gonna go down the list.
I knew about this past, not this past Tuesday, last Tuesday of last week. It was the blackout, push your black boxes, support black businesses, spread awareness. I didn't know it was this week too. I mean, I didn't buy anything. Never mind. I probably did buy something yesterday.
So today is Wednesday. So pretty much today is day 4 of it. It says apparently it started Sunday, but today is Wednesday, day 4. We're supposed to be boycotting supermarkets. Day 3 yesterday was boycott online shopping, Amazon, eBay, online stores. Day 2 Monday, boycott fast food and chain restaurants. Taco
okay,
Bell,
well Monday
McDonald's,
I was on it. I was on that one.
Sunday was boycott big chain and department stores, Walmart, Target, Sam's, etc. And then you're supposed to repeat tomorrow, day 1 and 2. On Fridays, repeat days 3 and 4. And Saturdays, don't spend nothing, period.
And this is supposed to be every week?
Yeah, up until this list goes up until July 4th.
Oh, okay. Well, you heard it first, ladies and gents.
I didn't know that at all.
I didn't either.
I had no idea of that. But
we're not the Facebook friends.
You say you got that from Facebook. Oh yeah, was not aware.
Get back.
Have you? I know Leslie hasn't. Have you been to a protest?
Nah, I'm going Friday though. Me and a couple friends going to DC.
They keep popping up. By the time I know about them to go, well, by the time I find out about them, it's in the news that they've already happened. At this point, are they like silently organizing them?
Yeah. Police are showing up and pretty much, giving fuel, add more fuel to the fire, putting bricks and stuff down, putting old police cars on the pathway, pretty much enticing people to throw stuff, break stuff, burn stuff. So
well, I know about that, but I'm saying like as far as organizing them, like the only one I consistently see about now is the one that Kayla has been doing at Jefferson. But the other ones, like they had a real big one at Fort Monroe on Sunday that I would have liked to have gone to. Like I didn't hear about it. I read about it in the paper after it already happened.
You have to follow its social media page. Like I know I follow BLM 757, and so they have them up.
Talk about them.
Yeah, it was one, huh?
BLM 757 is not associated with them.
Yeah, I refuse to follow that one.
But then
he's doing better.
They're associated with this group called 3 Percenters, and 3 Percenters are associated with white supremacy, KKK.
Gotcha.
Well,
You really gotta do research behind some of these protests.
Gotcha. So even if they are behind whatever, like you said, white supremacist, a group or something like that, at some point I felt like the location was different. Like I didn't understand when they had the protest at PTC. You get what I'm
they
saying? Like
said,
when they had the protest at PTC, to me that sounds like a location. If something goes wrong, they're gonna loot. You get what I'm saying? Like
well,
this one
Yeah,
was
so
down. This one was
you
by
gotta pay
by the
attention
jail.
to.
they said that one wasn't. They said it wasn't organized. I mean, I don't know who the organizer was. It wasn't organized by any of the groups. But even for me watching, like I saw a lot of live videos with that. Even with that, to me, the way that it came across with the police shooting tear gas, the way that they shot the tear gas into the crowd, they shot the tear gas. So of course the kids dispersed and ran into the town center. So to me, I'm like, well, of course the ones that think nobody's looking and are running out on their own and stuff are gonna loot. Y'all are shooting tear gas, blocking target off completely. So they're gonna run into whatever and start doing stuff. They ran them into the town center. I mean, that whole thing was a
Yeah.
mess. I was gonna go out there. My
Yeah.
friend told me she don't think I should go because it was a lot of young people out there that were kind of rowdy.
Pretty much exactly what they wanted.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I feel too. The way they kept shooting off tear gas, where'd y'all think they were gonna go? Where'd y'all think the kids was
Yeah.
gonna go?
A lot of the protests, like I just pay attention to location of the protests. I think they had one in Richmond at Short Pump. And, that's a very expensive mall. Most of the things are outside, so just pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Other protests been in like open fields where pretty much there's nothing to break, and you're just marching peacefully.
Right.
That's good.
So the one yesterday was like that. The one yesterday was Overtown, which is
See,
by.
that's right. I saw that after.
So I'm just like, well, there's nothing really down there, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time I see about them, the ones I would want to go to, I'm reading about it in Daily Press.
Only doing Fridays protests, and the big one is August 28th. They trying to get like 2 million people.
I saw NDC, right?
Yeah, in DC.
Yeah, I joined that group. I want to go to that one. So I already talked to my boyfriend about it, like about us seeing about going to that. But I would like to go to one locally.
Yeah, I would like to do one locally too. I know the ones over here in Newport News, like the crowds haven't been so big, and it seems like they don't have a start time either. The one I've been seeing in the front of Texas.
They start at 5. They're from 5 to 9. So I seen that one because I know the girl that's been helping a lot out with it, and Jasmine, Remy. Maybe you saw them, but like I know they've been promoting that. So the time for them is supposed to be like 5 to 9. They've been posting about it. I just would rather like move in a group. I don't know. I don't want to like stand on a street corner, especially because folks is running folks over. I'd rather be more so like
a march, like you're actually marching is what.
Yeah, I would rather actually march. I don't really want to like stand on right at a major intersection. Let me march and actually put some movement to it.
Makes sense. I saw one question posed on social media that said, do you feel like we should have stayed segregated?
No. Because then we still would have got the less of everything, and they still would have. No.
Yes, we still probably would have got, even if we had our own hospitals, our own.
Yeah, we still gonna get the lesser of it.
I mean, we tried that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we have like in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Yeah.
We had like this community, and they literally dropped bombs on it. Like, they ended that.
Tulsa to Wall Street, yeah, and they burned that down. That's very true. And Rosewood. I don't know if a lot of people know about Rosewood.
I ain't hear about Rosewood.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like it was this old town, and that got burned down because a woman said she was raped.
They always saying they raped by somebody.
A black man. So yeah, definitely. But there's a lot of people commenting, like, like a lot of people saying yes.
We should
Not
have remained segregated.
Should have remained segregated. Like we have our own everything, and then white people have their own everything. But I'm like, but
they
what about
probably just
the races?
tired. They probably right. What about
Yeah.
the other? They probably just tired and just speaking. Not they're not thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not thinking.
I don't think they're thinking like, yeah, we could have our own, and we would have absolutely the worst of everything. Probably whatever comes from China on the boat, we would get the scraps.
Yeah, we would get second. Because if you even look at like just the infrastructure of America, the richest person is white. You know, like I don't know who the richest. Why the dude from Amazon? Who's
Jeff
the
Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
yeah? Who's the next richest person that's black? In comparison, like the gap is so large.
I
I'm
don't know.
sure
I mean, I know
Yeah.
this man.
Robert R. Smith from when he paid all the kids tuition. I don't know where he is on the scale.
Now that he's paid, you said now that he's paid.
Well, I just mean he entered my radar, when he paid all the Morehouse students, tuition. So I know he is very rich, but I don't know where he falls on the scale as far as,
Right.
the most rich black person or what have you.
Right. And then
Yeah,
the gap. But you saying the
it's
gap at
just
that point still would be a huge gap.
I believe that.
yeah, and then certain like for example, when the Panthers owner, got caught up in the racial stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that's when P Diddy, Kaepernick, Steph Curry, a whole lot of black
Trying to bite
athletes, they
them.
tried to buy the Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
but that's like an exclusive club. Those owners weren't gonna let all of them combine to buy an NFL franchise.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
All
When
them
was that?
black people
That was
combined.
when was that?
You said when was it?
Yeah, was that recent?
I want to say it's like 2017.
Okay.
So this happened a year after Colin Kaepernick took the knee, and then story came out about the owner of the Panthers doing something or saying something, racial towards his black workers, the people that were black that worked on the staff. Like he said something, and so they made I don't want to say they made up a story, but they reported it, and it caught fire around the league, and so the face of the Carolina Panthers at the time was Cam Newton. He was a black quarterback.
Yeah.
Cam and the general manager and the owner, they had a real tight relationship. But after that happened, Cam said he gonna take a knee, take a stand. There goes your franchise goes down. Your money maker stops making you money.
Sure.
So they got rid of him, and they replaced him with another billionaire. I'm pretty sure like the old owner, I think his name was like Jerry something. I'm pretty sure him and the new owner are still friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still tight.
Has any like I guess any of your friend counterparts, co-workers, anything like that are white been saying things to you about the Black Lives Matter?
Nah,
Me?
so like
Well, I mean, you up here, Leslie.
nobody has
I know
said
who you was
anything
talking to
to
first.
me, but
You said
you can tell like they just don't know how to act. I guess
yeah, true.
Yeah, they don't.
we have stand up meetings every morning, and the first question they ask, because I think after George Floyd's killing, I think it happened on a Monday or Thursday, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and that weekend, we had a weekend, that's when all the protesting started. And then Monday morning, it was like, okay, so how was everybody weekend? And so there was like a awkward pause.
Right.
Like, okay, are you aware of what's going on outside of, our job right now? They just don't know how to address it.
Right.
Like,
I know.
I don't blame them. I wouldn't know how to address it.
I know, like, my aunt is married to a white man, and he changed his like thing on Facebook, and then like somebody commented and said like, that's right, all lives matter or something, and then he was just like, yes, all lives do matter, but at some point, no, we're talking about Black lives. Like he gave like his response was so perfect. you know, at some point, and like him being, you know, I think at some point, I think it's good when you see people that know how to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, okay, some people get it. Because even like one of the Caucasian girls that I used to work with in Richmond. She DM'd me and was like, "Is there any? If you need anything, if I can help, and just let me know." And like I was sending her like information on like how you can donate to different, you know, donate, you know what I'm saying, your money and stuff like that. Different, because at some point I think people think like, oh, you need protest. Like they look just at protesting, and like it's like,
yeah,
no,
they don't consider everything.
Right, it's other ways that you can contribute to the cause and help. You know what I'm saying? So like I had sent her that information and she was just like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So some of the people and then like I know one of my friends was saying like she went through the line at Trader Joe's and the man was crying and he was just like, I just feel so sorry. I'm just so sorry that you have to go
You
through
white?
this. He was like, I'm just so sorry you have to go through this.
I haven't had anyone, nothing comes to mind, same thing to me, but I know another coworker of mine that you know is a little bit more tenderhearted. I mean, just more so she shows her tenderheartedness. She said, you know, when we were on our Zoom meeting, that one of our coworkers had, you know, messaged her and, you know, just really, you know, asked her how she's doing and, you know, said some really kind words to her. So I mean, that was really good, especially for her, because I know that, you know, she kind of needs a little extra love sometimes. So that was really, really good for her. And I mean, I felt good knowing that at least she paid attention to her to see that, hey, you know, she could say some words. You know, sometimes I be stone cold at work, so I know they probably don't be knowing how to, they'll be knowing what to say to me sometimes. Yeah, because you know, I'd be kind of stone cold. But you know, I had my boss called me this week and, you know, she said, you know, I just wanted to call to check on you. You know, you seemed out of sorts last week. And, you know, I just told her, you know, it's a lot going on with everything happening last week. I don't know what she expected me to say, but I think when I responded with that, she didn't know how to respond. So, you know, she just could say, oh, I just wanted to check on you. So, I mean, you know, I appreciate her at least taking the time to do that, but I kind of feel like if you are going to ask someone that question, you know, be prepared to have a response, an appropriate response to it.
Be ready to have those conversations.
Yeah, I could tell she kind of didn't know like what to say, you know.
I mean, do you feel like you needed to have a break? I mean, because
I definitely needed a break last week.
Right, because some point, like social media and everything is overwhelming. Like I actually took a break and didn't go to work one day.
No, I took off Friday.
Right, and I didn't look at my phone. Like I just took a break because I was just like, I mean, between and then even TV, like it's like if it's not COVID, is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. So it's kind of like,
for me, Facebook and Instagram was worse. I don't know. Twitter had much more raw stuff. I think with Twitter, it's a little bit less, I don't know, like less pity on Twitter. Like on Twitter, you have more so people like that are just like pretty much screaming like Black Power and, you know, just really saying how like fuck this system and fuck this and fuck that and we gon' whatever. Twitter, I mean Instagram and Facebook is just like sadness, just everywhere. Like all of the articles, like everything was just so sad. Twitter was more so like, you know, fight the power. So I could kind of get with that too, even though that story about them kids in Atlanta, after that I think I had to take the rest of the day off. Those kids that got pulled out of their car in Atlanta, that like really bothered me. That like really shook me.
That's what I said, because I've been tased before. So I'm like, they tased that. Like tasing don't hurt, but it's just like it's just like you have no control of your body when you get tased. Like
I breaking the window. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I peed on myself, so I heard he went to epileptic shock. I was like,
I didn't even hear that. It just bothered me to think of being 22, you know, being young and to deal with that. Like they're gonna have so many, like I know they're traumatized for years to come for something they weren't even doing. They weren't even a part of the protest. They had went to go get food.
Really?
Like, yes, they weren't even a part of the protest. They had went to go get food and were on their way home. They said I saw an interview they did. They had stopped to talk to someone that they knew that I think was a part of the protest. And they just said like, hey, are you good? So apparently the police tackled that young man and then came and attacked them. After I saw that, so no. Because just to be young and, mind your black ass business to get all of that. Oh,
It's crazy.
I hope they pay them millions.
Yeah,
Run their pockets.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah. And I think the other reason why it's important to let people know, like, you can do other than protest too, is because some people are still fearful of COVID. Like, people be out here moving the crowd. It's just like, some people are still like, so what happened with COVID? Like,
I think a lot of people are still afraid. I think they just realize it's something bigger at hand. Like I saw a tweet that said, like, you have to realize that people, like, it's so bad that people are risking their lives in the middle of a pandemic to get a message across, which should speak volumes to the world. And
at
some
point,
folks still ain't getting it, but they still fearful. It's like enough is
but
enough,
I love to
child.
see it when they keep saying these people getting fired and resign, because
love
ignorant.
to see it.
Yes.
It. And they're getting them going left and right. Left and right.
Like, some people are just malicious, nasty, just ignorant.
And then they want to cry after they get fired. Like, they don't say, oh, I just, like the girl, I don't know if you saw this girl. She had on her FedEx uniform. First of all, she won't cute. Talking about felt cute, might run some protesters over later. Girl, I at FedEx so fast. Somebody had to tell me, if you Google her name, she's been fired already. I said, oh, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
No, they wilding. White folks is really wilding. Like, do y'all not know y'all's counterparts are getting fired? Like, are y'all unaware? These companies.
It was more than white people too, because I saw an Asian guy that got discharged from the Marines because he said something on his Facebook, and he was Asian Korean. He's not Caucasian. He ain't white. So he was something. Another ethnicity. And he got discharged.
Apparently, he chose a side. So.
He probably feel like he white.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Exactly.
He got a white wife that he's speaking for.
Now, I also saw on Twitter, I saw this girl, which it's been a meme or it's been going on for a while now. Like how people have the shirts, so they'll have, right up there, like, we are not our ancestors.
Yeah.
And then, this girl up there, and they dragged her for it. Because that just doesn't make sense. Our ancestors are while we're here. They also was fighting the good fight. And why are y'all trying to play them?
I just don't understand why they think they was just sitting there.
Right. Like, why are y'all trying to play? And then the girl, somebody was like, I don't know about your mama, but my ancestor wasn't. Maybe your mama was weak, but my ancestor, whatever. And the girl gonna get mad and say, don't talk about my mama. Bitch, you talking about your mama. You talking about your mama, your grandma, your granddad. Like, you gonna talk about our ancestors, but we can't talk about your mama.
Right.
I'm sick of that. But now the one that says you fuck with the last generation, I'm gonna put that on a shirt. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a shirt. Leslie got a business now.
I have a business now, but I'm not currently
it's called
taking
Nook's
orders.
Cranny. It's called Nook's Cranny.
No, it's not. This is from Animal Crossing, a game. But I am I'm still working on some things, making sure that when I sell people shirts, that their vinyl don't come up, because they ain't gonna be talking about me on the internet.
Oh Lord.
It's good to go into well, you're doing the vinyl route, but direct the garment.
Yeah, I seen that DTG.
I know it's more expensive though.
No, it's much more expensive, and I don't like it that much. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to make it a big thing. I just bought a machine, and I said, well, damn, I might as well make some money off of it. It's completely a hobby. I also believe in. I believe in dotting my I's and crossing my T's, and I believe in tax write-offs because I also am a tax professional. So, seeing as how I bought the machine, I want to be able to write it off, and thus a business was born. Business was born. I can write off all the vinyl about
entrepreneurship. You saw what B. Simone said about entrepreneurship. She's not dating no man that worked 9 to 5.
I'm sick of her.
She getting
I'm sick
dragged
of
on
her.
Twitter. Like, getting dragged off
She got dragged last week for what she said about I'm whatever she said. I'm
She said
praying
something,
for
but it did not
y'all.
come together, huh?
I'm praying for my enemy. I am a child of God. I am not gonna be. And it's the honey. You can protest and be a Christian. What like?
No, but I think some people was like, you be out here talking about doing
That's
stuff.
they said that. You be talking about sucking dick and doing this and all of that,
Oh, yeah.
molesting the baby and all this stuff, and now you a woman of God? I'm sick of her.
But also too, I think people did kind of take it out of context. She said the hustle, but either way, I still you think you knocking people.
I think her wording was wrong.
Right, but she
Yeah.
said people took it as money when she said hustle.
When I watched the video, like, you know, pretty much it sounded much better when I heard it. But you know, she was pretty much saying she wants an entrepreneur, someone else that can understand why she might have to go to work at 3:00 in the morning and stuff like that. Which that's what she just say. I don't want a man that has a 9 to 5. Just didn't sound right, because you can get a man that has a 9 to 5 and he still can understand my baby gotta go to work at 3:00 in the morning to handle some business.
Right.
You need a man that's trustworthy. Where he works at has nothing to do with that. Heifer.
It had nothing to do with it. That's why I was like, she just should have said something about the fact, like, I just want somebody that understands my hustle.
Right. That's gonna understand my hustle and understand, because you can have a man that's a 9 to 5, got 9 to 5, and he also is an entrepreneur. So what? Does one not, like, what you make it make sense, honey? He can do both.
He can.
And that's an ultimate hustle.
Exactly.
He's working 40 hours for one man and still putting time in his own dream and passion. She's helpful.
Yeah, I was like, she shouldn't have said that, but I mean, sometimes
She on her way downward though. After she made her first million, a lot of people can't handle, I guess, the attention or everything that comes with money.
I mean, some people just need a PR person.
Yeah.
She said since she made her million, she been acting funny, I guess. Well, acting differently.
I wouldn't say she's been acting differently. It's just she got more attention on her now that she's deemed a millionaire, and she don't really know how to articulate things, and she got poor, word choice. And
she needs a publicist to tell her to shut the hell up.
But wasn't she on?
The first thing they give athletes.
Was she on Nick Cannon podcast or something?
She was on something. I wasn't sure because I thought he was one place. Podcast.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Okay,
I didn't know what it was. That's why he was in the studio.
For that.
Well, it depends, because sometimes, like, okay, look at Cardi. I don't know who Cardi's publicist is now, but at first when Cardi came out, her publicist was her friend. So that's why Cardi was still fighting and doing all this stuff. Granted, a part of the reason why people like Cardi is because that is her personality. But some of the things that she got into, like, for no reason should your publicist be in the airport about to fight with you. Like, your publicist is supposed to help make you appear, look better and handle yourself better. So when you have a publicist that's not qualified to be a publicist, it don't make no difference. That's not helping you. You just got somebody that's telling you what they think might sound okay. Now somebody actually has studied stuff like that. And B. Simone has said a lot how she has hired her friends to help, her grow. So her publicist very well could be a friend.
That's true.
But I don't know if she got a publicist, because after she say something and she has backlash, her first response last was, I said what I said. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care about y'all, whatever. I can't see a publicist.
When she just could have cleaned it up as her first.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts to clean, because I don't think it hurts to clean nothing up. And then Just Hilarious, she gonna get canceled again. What is wrong with these people?
What'd she say? Because I just keep seeing her doing the stuff with the Delta stuff, which I don't understand why she just going.
I ain't seen that. What she do with that?
So she had put up a pyramid, and then she put up a pyramid or something, and she was just like, y'all don't know y'all sign or something like that, and like said, like, instead of her doing a pyramid like this, she had like her pinkies out, which is not
that's the correct way to do it, right?
So she was just saying, like, she was just like, y'all don't know what y'all don't know what y'all own thing, and was just like bucking back and forth. But the whole thing about it is, you just could have said, like, that's not what I was doing, and just took the post down. But she's had like posts in the past, like she did a video like in the past where she had a Delta jacket in the back, and she did a post. She's been.
And she is not a Delta, right?
Then she's had a post where she was throwing up the hook with a Q or something like that. So like she just basically.
Do y'all do that?
I mean, yeah, people do it. But, you know what I'm saying? But some Qs don't like people do that. But you know. But it was just like, instead of you bucking, why can't you just
listen?
Or just say like, that's not what I meant. My apologies. But I guess at some point you've been attacked so much, maybe your first thing is defense.
Well, the latest thing that I seen her do was she got on and was mentioning how she had gotten into an argument with a gay man, and I think the man called her transgender. So then she called him a FAGGOT.
Hold on, this was recent?
I don't know if that itself was recent, but her talking about it was recent. So she was saying how after that happened, everybody was like coming at her and saying she canceled. And she's like, y'all want to cancel everybody. If y'all cancel everybody with a platform, who y'all gonna have? And that's what everybody on Twitter was like, nobody. And that's fine. We don't need y'all. Like, y'all think just because we follow y'all and we laugh at y'all that we need y'all. Y'all are D-list celebrities that no one is looking to. If y'all aren't saying what we want represented, we don't care. So then she got mad at that because, you know, they done canceled her about 4 times.
You know what? The first time she got, you know what? Because I'm thinking about what happened in the past, but that was the incident that happened on the plane.
The airport, right, with the, he wasn't, I don't know what he was. He was, I don't want to use the right terms that we get dragged, but you know, he was something.
He was a different nationality.
And she acted like she was scared or something.
Why do black people cancel other black people?
I feel like anybody that is misrepresenting us can get canceled. I have no problem with that. And it's one thing. It's one thing to have a learning experience.
Huh? What you
think the white culture does that?
I don't care what the white culture do.
I don't. You said, do they do that? I don't think they. I don't, because it's like this thing about Black Twitter too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, when did they come up with Black Twitter? When did that?
That's been a thing.
I don't know.
You said like, I mean, why can't it just be Twitter? When did it come up with all this Black Twitter?
Well,
it was a topic. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was like, man, Black Twitter just don't care, you know? Like, it could be anything. They just gonna make fun of it. They're gonna, you know, bring it. I guess they just bring the raw side of it instead of the sensitive side, but Black Twitter don't care.
So is Black Twitter who is canceling people, or is it people, just Black people?
I mean, Black Twitter is just pretty much just like, I don't know, it's hard to put into words. But Black Twitter is, I don't know, it's just like I don't know. I can't explain it. It's really hard to put into words. Like, I get the concept. But as far as canceling people, I mean, to your first question, I don't know if white people do it or not. I feel like white people should do it if they don't. Like, you know, if someone is doing something that is not a good representation of your culture or what you as a whole believe, like, they should cancel the KKK. That is definitely not a good representation of them, and they should cancel it. However, you got people that are trying to, and then you got people that are not trying to, and they're supporting it. So, you know, if someone is saying things that do not fairly represent, like, you know, what we're trying to do, especially with the movement that we have going on now, get them out of here, because they don't need a platform that's gonna speak. You have people that are mindless and that don't necessarily pay attention. They get their news from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. That's all they get. They don't they don't research. And so if all they're getting is news from people that are not giving good information, that are not giving good information or correct information or whatever, then those people don't need a platform. Or they don't need their platform to be highly elevated for everyone to see and for people to be as easily influenced. Especially young people.
Because, I mean, at some point, too, I think it's, you know, the cancel. Just like I didn't know what was going on with Doja Cat. I'm like, wait, what happened? Why y'all canceling her? I just be lost.
She got it.
Because I don't get on Twitter like that either, though.
Yeah, see, I've been on Twitter more. But I still only know like a bit. I mean, whatever. I know a bit, but apparently she's a habitual offender too. Like, she has done several things that has been like she dissing the Black community.
Yeah, she been caught on this thing called, I think it's Reddit or Read It. It's like an app, and it pretty much
Yeah.
whatever the topic is, you
Hmm.
say whatever, and it just I mean, it don't record it, but it's pretty much like a thread,
Like a thread. Yeah.
or a thread, and it pretty much saves it. But she's been in threads, talking about black people, and then at the end of the day, you know, she she want to reap the benefits of being black, but not be black at the same time.
Right,
Right.
right,
So
right.
get on out of here.
Because I know one little tidbit I saw was like she was talking about her hair, and I was like, well, at some point I can get a little bit of the hair. That I didn't listen to the whole clip. The only clip I heard, she said like she can't manage her hair. I'm like, well, shoot, I feel the same way. I can't
Yeah.
manage my natural hair. I call you all the time, like, well, how I do, like, what products? Because I be struggling, but that's because I don't wear my natural hair like that. But I'm natural
Yeah.
because but I'm not natural because I'm like, oh, I want to be so natural. I'm natural because I love the way my hair looks blown out natural. Like, love it. So I'm just like, at some point, I'm like, well, she had to say, I was just like, she had to say more than that.
Oh
But
no,
I didn't
she
know, but
said, yeah, she said she was in some chat with some like white men who was saying some crazy stuff too. Like she's done
Yeah,
like off the wall stuff. It's kind of like what?
yeah,
But
so I'm
then
just like,
I was disappointed because I heard her album was really good, and with me being
I'm just
home, I haven't gotten a chance to
she
listen
just
to it, and now I
she
can't listen
just
to
was
it.
like she
popping.
just was on that list with Nicki Minaj,
Hmm.
Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm missing one. I'm
Yeah, but I know
missing
what
one,
you're
but
talking
she
about.
was
She
just
was
on
up
that
there.
list. It was like for the
The
first
billboard.
time in history, four black women got the
Yeah,
top four
billboard.
positions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was up there, but I'm just like, oh well.
she was there for a
Yeah.
hot second, and
So
it's
I
like
had it.
whenever you reach the top, it's just something like your history or your past always come back. So
Yeah, well, if you're an ugly person, it's bound to come out the light.
Mm-hmm.
If you ugly with a
yeah,
dark
it's gonna,
heart,
People be ready. So you need to.
and because I don't know how they go back and find tweets from 2012. That is
you
true
can search
detective
it.
work.
You can search it. You can search it now. Like you just go to Twitter and you can search. Because I mean, before I was, trying to get into the NFL, like I had my Twitter since '09, and I'm pretty sure I was reckless because Facebook remind me every day of stuff I used to say. Like it was
Hmm.
like on this day in history you said such and such. So I went on my Twitter and I just Google, keyword searches, and I had to delete those things because I didn't want anything
Oh
from my
yeah,
past blocking my future. You know,
Oh wow.
I just, yeah. So
Dang,
when
that's
you're
some
young,
work.
you don't think about stuff that you say. You just say it. You know.
yeah, I
Exactly.
agree.
Exactly.
These early 20-year-olds now are much more cognizant and aware than I was when I was their age. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The phone, man. The phone. It's just I don't know. Technology good sometimes, but then it's not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to go back and look at my old tweets. Like
Yeah,
when
I
I was
would, but
tweeting
I
in
wouldn't.
college. Ooh.
I probably cringed the whole time. Twitter after dark. Oh, ooh,
I
child.
don't even want to know what I was saying. No, so I
That'd
got
be
a funny
nasty.
story that I'm just like, and I'm gonna take advantage because Buck up here, he's a man. So like, so Travis, so Travis, look, I didn't say his name, but he came on the podcast before.
Oh yeah,
So
they're not during the Arabian Nights episode.
yes,
Oh no,
so
I'm sorry, bombing of Agrabah. Sorry.
that's what he said. So basically, I have this friend who is my friend. Who is my
Okay.
friend? Never anything, no funny business. We're friends. But
I
anywho,
can attest to that.
every time it seems that I post him on my social media, somebody confronts him on our friendship and
You
says
post them that often?
it's not that often, but I posted him for my birthday and somebody said something and I just posted the convo that we had in my DMs
Oh,
recently, just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
so the person that confronted him, who I don't know who it is, but they said they don't believe that women and men can be platonic friends.
Who said that? How old are they? What? Error are
I
they
see. I
living
read
in?
that. I read that tweet today, and it's like
Who
it's
do you
it's
believe?
not true because well, I believe I can be friends with someone that I don't want to have sex with. Like I got three female best friends that I've never had sex with. Like I can't be friends with you and be interested in you. Like it won't work. If
Right.
I'm interested in you, I'm interested in you. But I'm not about to be your best friend and interested in you at the same time.
Right. Do you think that, okay, so this is one argument somebody said is are you not interested in them? Like do they say anything funny to you? Meaning like you're not
Mm-mm.
interested in it, so it's shut
No
down.
one is. No one is interested in. Is no one
Exactly.
interested
Goes
in
on
each
both
Yeah,
other?
sides.
it's a yeah, it's mutual that we're not interested in each other in that way.
Okay. Okay.
It has to be mutual. It can't be no like liking a person in secrecy.
And
Yeah.
see, that's why I
Well,
think at one time when I didn't believe, it was one time where I agreed to this statement. It was like, I don't believe it. But I feel like at the end of the day, when I look back, we were never really friends either. Like it wasn't like I knew the male was interested in me, but I wanted friendship. So I kept him around, but I knew we weren't gonna be
you
anything
wanted
else.
more.
But I also knew he liked me. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't keep people around and you my friend when you know that person like you. And then when they try something or like whatever else, you looking all dumb in the face like, wait, I thought I told you we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I was guilty of that as well because I wanted to keep them around for my own, you know, whatever.
Sick,
So
sick
but I'm
woman.
like, right, but I'm like, maybe I'm just like, Travis, don't nobody want Travis. Don't nobody want don't nobody want that's and I told him, I said we are friends. Like I don't know why people always come but I'm like
I don't know why either.
the few times that I do, so I'm just like really, I really do think that male and females can be platonic, but it has to be on both sides.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree.
But then it's also too, as a girlfriend or boyfriend, like I guess from your viewpoint, how do you make sure, like, are you comfortable, like, you know what I'm saying? Are you comfortable like with your boyfriend having females, or is it like you be inclusive and stuff that you feel like, oh, she cool, she all right?
Um, I mean, I just trust him. I'm comfortable with him having female friends. I mean, for the most part, though, the preference is it needs to be a female that you knew prior to me. I ain't
He
necessarily
can't get
like
no
with.
new friends.
I mean, he can, but like
And new,
then I would
know.
need to kind of those are the ones I would want to be like, hey, okay, what's her name? Let me meet her, da da da. But any
Okay.
friend that he had
Yeah.
prior to me, like I'm not about to be all up in the mix. Like that was your friend before me, and if we
Mhm.
were to break up, that's gonna be your friend after me. I'm not gonna get in the middle of that. But now a new female friend that you keep keying and texting, I may ask a few more questions about, well, who is she? Where she come from? Just because she a new friend. But
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to my boyfriend having friends of the opposite sex because I know that I have male friends that nothing's going on. So if I know I can do it, how do I look? And I'm thinking that he can too. That would be a reflection of me that something may be going on with me if I don't trust that he can have a female friend.
True facts. True facts. Because I mean, at some point, it's inevitable. like you are going to meet they're going to engage with people of the opposite sex. Like it's going to happen.
I believe that you may not necessarily, which I know everyone does not agree with this sentiment, but I believe, or I feel that you may not be able to get everything from your partner. You can love your partner and you can, y'all can have a great friendship yourself, but there may be things that y'all just don't vibe on. Y'all don't agree with some of the same things. And it may be something that you talk to somebody else and y'all are more familiar with, certain things on. I don't think your partner can be every single thing that you need or every single thing of every interest and things that you're interested in. Some things y'all just may not vibe on. And then you will talk to somebody else about it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But some people feel like your partner should be your everything, your all. You shouldn't need nobody else for nothing. And I don't agree with that.
So you said going for a need though. I don't know. I'm trying to process. I'm a little slow.
I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of anything right now. I can't think of anything specifically that like I like. There are things that I like that like
I'm a,
I just can't think of nothing.
all right, do your boyfriend like sports? Do
He
y'all
likes sports.
like sports?
Yeah. Yeah, he likes sports. I don't like sports. But I mean he has
Yeah,
like
so
male friends that like of course he can talk to about that. And even when it comes to video
yeah.
games, I play video games. So well, okay, that's something. Well kinda. That's kinda something.
That's not
Like
because you play video games, but like me,
well,
for instance, he would have to go elsewhere because I don't know
well
what.
no, I was actually about to flip it. What I was about to say is I play video games. He plays video games, yes. We don't play the same type of games. And of course I don't have hardly any female friends that plays video games. And a lot of the games that I play, he doesn't play. So there are some guys that I'm cool with that I will be texting them about the game
Yeah.
that, you know, because I don't have girls to talk to about it because none of my friends play video games. And he plays mainly like sports games. He plays Call of Duty and stuff. And those aren't really the types of games that I play. I play more like games that are like RPGs and stuff. And so I will end up talking to like, you know, a friend and, you know, we talking about a game, the same game or whatever, where my boyfriend is, you don't play that game or whatever. But, you know, he trusts me that the conversation is just about the video game versus, you know, anything else. Because that's all it'd be about. But we don't play the same games like hardly at all.
Oh yeah, that's a good example.
Thank you.
That was a
So
good.
that ain't the same. You play games.
So what were you about to say? You was about to say something like if he wanted to play the game, he would have to go elsewhere. Did you meant like go to another friend for information or go like leave the house?
Hold on, who said that?
You did.
You.
Oh, what I say?
It wasn't really a good example because most of the time a man can, when it comes to video games, a guy can probably go to other guys to talk about games.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out an example, like analogy, because you said a need.
Yeah, well, and maybe I shouldn't have said need, but an interest.
Like
maybe not a need, but an interest.
Yeah, that's
at
what
least in my case, it's more so interest is. It's more of an interest.
That's how I was thrown off, and then it's so funny, like the piggyback. Well, I don't even know if this is a piggyback. I binge watched Married at First Sight.
Girl, I binge watched 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I haven't looked at that.
So girl, that's good.
So Married at First Sight is on Netflix. And so the dude got so it was 2 black couples and 2 white couples. They're from Charlotte, and this was last year. So they're around our age, basically. So one thing that strikes me is that both of the white couples had sex early. Mind you, they married at first sight, so they married a complete stranger. But like one girl had sex the first night. I mean, not the first night, the second night when they went on honeymoon. And the other white couple, she had sex like the first week or so, really fast. Anyway, the 2 black couples waited. And so the one black couple, she waited like after a month and a half. But the other black couple, she was a virgin. And ultimately, the guy that was married to the virgin that was black, he chose to get out the marriage because of the fact that he was saying she doesn't have any sexual experience. Or he said relationship experience, but he said she is sexually not immature.
Wait, so did they do it? Did they have sex?
No, she's a virgin. She kept her, so she saved herself for marriage, but I think because of the fact that
it was unconsensual.
You're married a stranger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then also
he's trash for that.
And then after 2 months, but no, this is what got me though. And I kind of could get, okay, so if you look at the show, okay, we don't have to have sex, but we need intimacy. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, he was kind of like uncomfortable. Like he was like uncomfortable with like anything. So like, at some point you got to be creative. So like the one of the therapists was like, place like an edible something on like anywhere on your body and said like go find it. Like uncomfortable, like let me kiss on your neck. Like she was uncomfortable with that. Like let me touch your breast. Like anything or she was just like, oh, take a shower. Like basically the therapist was like, you can be intimate and not be half sex. But at some point he didn't have that for 2 months. But he said that he finds that attractive, like sexually attractive. when you're comfortable with sex. Like she felt uneasy to even talk about sex. Like one of the
Young?
questions, no, she's 27.
Oh, 27.
But I also thought about the fact like that everybody at the end of the reunion, they said, how would you have felt in his shoes? Like with having a virgin, because he packed condoms for the honeymoon. He didn't know he was marrying a virgin. So everybody was just like, And I'm just like, how a virgin at this point, it's so crazy how a virgin is now the unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Compared to at some point where it was like women were saving themselves for their husband, and now it's just like the opposite.
I went to the doctor yesterday and for my allergy shot, and this girl had on this hoodie that said "Virginity Rocks." I rolled my eyes.
Yeah, I wanted to get a shirt that says "Virginity Rock."
Oh, I rolled my eyes. Like some things you don't need to just broadcast. Yeah, some things you don't need to broadcast.
I was gonna get that shirt though.
Like
it was just different.
Yeah, it's different. Cause I just looking at like, okay.
When I was in Richmond, I met a virgin. She has a promise ring, like her dad gave it to her, and she was like, "I'm saving myself, the marriage." And she actually got proposed to not too long ago. And like she told me like the backstory behind it and all that stuff like that, and I commended her for it. But at some point, when I was just, I guess because you're looking, and it's just camera time, and they added everything to make it look. I was just like, I wouldn't want no man, like I wouldn't mind. At some point, of course, I don't care if you're a virgin. That's what it is. But I don't want the person that is uncomfortable with sex either. Like,
yeah, no, I understand that.
Like it was like one of the questions was how would you initiate sex? She wasn't even able to articulate, like fantasize, like, well, this is what I would want to happen. She felt so uncomfortable. It was like talking to a little girl, and it's just like, just say, I would want my husband to do this. It's like she has nothing. She's done nothing.
Or even to be confident in saying, well, I lack experience. So, even if you say I lack experience, I don't even know, but still say it confidently. Like if she's being sheepish and stuff, I can understand that being frustrating.
Right, and I think that's
why she probably was closed off and wouldn't even give him a chance to win her over, to open herself up and get comfortable.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that's what it was. But I just was like, dang, we live in that day and age. I mean, I would love if I have children and they save themselves.
Looking back, I wish I would have saved myself.
Save myself.
Me? Huh?
I used to say that. No, I don't say I wish I would have, but I used to say that. Because, I grew up in the church. My mom a PK. My dad, not my mom a PK. My mom a preacher. I'm a PK. My dad a deacon.
Okay, because I was about to say his mom's a PK. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah, I said it all wrong. But I was always saying, like, I'm going to wait till I get married, to have sex. But I feel like that mindset, it helped me pretty much stay focused on sports in school to get my scholarship. I ended up losing my virginity my senior year over the summer break.
Oh wow!
To the girl that I was in a relationship with. We lost our virginity together. We shared the same birthday.
Oh, y'all were meant to be.
Yeah, but then I got to
I said, you, not him.
I got to ODU and
good. So how long you was 17 or 18?
I was 18.
That's good. I commend you. That's good. Especially when you're around, like I'm sure like people just like your friends like talking junk by that time, like what they doing.
Nah, see, it's like my mindset in high school, literally, I'm from a small county, and I seen this documentary about Randy Moss. He was from a small town. He was just saying, like, yo, you got to be on a different type of focus when you try to go places. Not everybody gonna have that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up pretty much what does everybody do after they graduate from Buckingham. And it was like a high-ass percentage of everybody just going to work at the correctional facility. And I never wanted that for myself. Like, I wanted to go to Virginia Tech. I wrote myself like a time. I forgot what you call it, like a time lapse letter or
A
whatever.
letter
It's
to
just
your
saying
future
10
self.
years. Yeah. And I couldn't open it pretty much until 2013, the
You're
day I
before your time,
graduated.
sir.
The day I graduated college. So I wrote this letter to myself, and I pretty much was on track. And until I got to ODU, I met different type of people because I come from a sheltered household. You know, I wasn't partying, definitely wasn't, having sex, none of that stuff. But when I got to ODU, it's like, man, I tell everybody, like, I was born in Buckingham, but I was raised in Norfolk. Like, I experienced all my experiences in Norfolk. And the girl I was talking to at the time, I broke up with her because I knew it, man. Like, I got to ODU and girls just knew my whole, it's like they had did their research. It was like, we know you come from Fork Union. We know what come out of Fork Union. We know position you play. You know, they knew everything about me. So it's in the press. Like, when you sign your national letter of intent to go to a school, like, girls do research and see what athletes are coming to that school. Like, they look at the recruiting class. Certain girls do. Now, I'm not gonna generalize it and say all girls, but girls do recruit. They recruit themselves too. Like, so.
Oh yeah, I should
came.
do some recruiting in college.
I was at a public school, went to a private school, all boys, and for like the 9 months, I was in a relationship with my girl while I was at Fork Union. I wasn't having sex. Then I went straight from the academy to ODU, and I still didn't see her, but I saw her like 2 times, and I was at the same time fighting temptation. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'll just say, like, my flesh was weak, and I eventually caved in. But I broke up with her before I want to cheat, and I pretty much told her, I'm like, yo, I'm in Norfolk, like, it's a whole different world outside of Buckingham County. Like, I just told her, like, yo, I don't want to be unfaithful, so we broke up. She married, to the guy that she met right after me. They've been married. They've been talking since 2009. So, I mean,
you know the
everything
date
worked out.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm good with dates.
So do you feel like you should have saved yourself? I mean, what do you feel like?
Nah, I feel like I'm thankful for my experiences. I don't think I should have saved myself.
Okay.
Well, I should have saved myself.
Would you shun a girl that is a virgin?
Nah, because I wouldn't.
Oh, that's a loyal woman.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, and that shows how loyal she can be.
But see, he actually was a smart. I mean, at some point, he also didn't want to have sex with her. Like, he waited. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting too, because he was just like, I don't know if that's what she wants me to take that from her.
Oh no! Now that you've explained. And now that you've kind of explained a little bit more, I can understand why he was frustrated. Like you said, if there wasn't a level of intimacy either, I can understand him being like, okay, this is a little bit too much than I can deal with. Because their walls are probably up. So it definitely makes more sense now that you explained it.
Also, he probably was always used to it. Like, it probably was so easy for him. A lot of people just ain't patient or whatever.
But that's the thing. He showed a lot of patience. I think what it was ultimately was, it's also different that the cameras are around. But my whole thing is, I wonder why he didn't stay married after the cameras. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Not the fact that, like, he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he really was patient. Like, he was just like, if you're not comfortable, like, he would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. He never pressed anything. But the therapist knew how he felt. Like, he would be open and honest with the therapist, and the therapist would give, like, sex dice or something. Like, it was just like kiss. Like, one of the things was like kiss the toes, and like she kissed her finger and then kissed put the finger on the feet. Like, she won't, like, it's just like, he was just like, if you're not gonna do it right, then just don't.
But what did his feet look like?
Yeah.
They didn't look bad, but I'm just saying.
They didn't look bad? Okay.
Like, it was just like one of the things was like, kiss your breast. Like, she could have been like, okay, you could kiss the top, but you ain't got to go like underneath. You get what I'm saying? Like, she could have made it a way that
Like,
it was like
she was not
comfortable. But it also might have been because of the cameras, and it might have been she wasn't comfortable because of the cameras.
it could be a whole variety of those things.
It could, but I just was
They never. My bad. They never had a conversation though. Like
No,
a
they
hard
show up.
conversation.
They show up
what you mean
at the
after?
aisle.
Well, you marrying a stranger, so the conversation is after they already married. Like
Okay, so after that, they didn't have a conversation about expectations.
Yes, like he was saying, like I'm patient, we're fine, but I'm saying I think what made it see like it's not okay is like okay, but she not comfortable with nothing sexually. Like she not okay. We don't have to. I don't have to penetrate you, but you're not even allowing anything to happen and any like anything. Like we not. You know what I'm saying? We just kissing and holding hands. But she's not allowing anything to take place to show like she's ready to let her guard down. And he felt uncomfortable because he doesn't want to push the envelope and you are a virgin. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
So he was like real chill too. So it was that part. But it was just interesting to me because I'm just like, But everybody on the show all the men on the show was just like, a virgin.
Well, look,
like,
now watch 90 Day Fiance. They just had a new one start this past Monday, but you don't need to see the first episode. But where it's 90 Day Fiance the other way. So the people that are in America are going to live with their significant others in their home country. And it's this one girl that's from Florida, Palm Beach, Florida. And girl, she's going to live in Jordan. So I can't wait to see how she do. Like Jordan over there where they wear, hijabs and she got to like cover her titties up and cover her booty up and, look like a modest woman. Ooh, girl.
Is she modest though?
No, her opening scene. She's a Instagram model, and her open scene was her. She's an aspiring rapper. Well, her titties was out, and she was dancing in front of a motorcycle. So no, she is not a modest woman. She's 26, and she's dated older men for money and stuff. The oldest man she said she dated was 85, and she's 26 now.
She gonna find one over there. She gonna find one over. She gonna end up leaving. I mean, I hate to put this in the air, but she gonna end up leaving.
Oh, it's okay. They already recorded. I'm sure it's. Well,
that's where they at.
Well, I mean, her man is Arabian. Is that the right term? Woo, please don't drink. But I mean, he got a degree in mechanical engineering. So I mean, he's not like bad off. She going over there because she loves him. To go to Jordan, she must love that man. Yeah. Jordan ain't no regular city.
Yeah, it's not. It's like a lot of wealthy people over there, older people.
Well, I'm more so talking about just like the laws. Women don't really have rights over there. You don't, as a woman, you don't get to speak out and voice what you think. You got to stay covered up. You could get. Now I could be wrong, but don't they like cut off hands and stuff if a woman shows too much of her skin and stuff?
Yeah, it's
documentary queen.
It's
right. So forget the money.
I've not.
Well, I can't believe that documentary queen.
I would have to look at that one. I don't know.
Yeah, they do have to cover up though.
Let me see
if I'm not mistaken, what's her name? Jordan Wood.
Yeah.
What's her name?
No,
she went over there and then. Yeah, she went over there. She was posting pictures and stuff, and people were commenting on it like, "Oh, you're being very disrespectful."
What kind of picture was she posting?
Pretty much.
She was naked.
It was selfies. She wasn't naked at all. Like it was just she wasn't covered up. Like how they cover up.
Oh, okay.
I know, like even when I saw pictures like Toya Wright and Regina, even when they went over there to Dubai, they had on like full clothes, had on the head coverings and everything. So,
I want to go. I want to go to Jordan, but I want to go to Jerusalem. There's a place, I think it's called Tel Aviv. It's the party capital. That's where I want to go, but I want to go for other reasons.
That sounds nice. But you like traveling, right?
Yeah. I was just having a conversation with somebody today, and I never had this much PTO saved. I always wait till I get a certain amount and then I plan a trip and then I start over. But at the end of the year, I calculated I'm gonna have like 117. So I pretty much I can plan either 2 weeks. 'Cause I
Mm.
always wanted to do like a summer in Europe or just 2 weeks. And it's fly. If you ever go to Europe, it's cheap as hell to fly from Paris to Ibiza. I think it's like $50.
Mm-hmm.
Paris to Amsterdam, like stuff is real cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
can plan something like that, or I can plan, something in spring, something in the summer, something in the fall.
nice.
So
That's
that's something positive, COVID has
exactly.
done for
Yeah,
me.
I think everybody at this point trying to get out, plan a trip, do something. Somebody was talking about
Hmm
Miami. They was talking about Miami, but they was like the round trip is high compared to like I think they said normally from DC to Miami is like 100. She said she paid like 100, and then it was like 200, 300. So she said she's trying to.
Yeah, shoot, when cause I'm the planner in my group of my male friends. We was looking at Memorial Weekend round trips out of Richmond were like 152. But this is when COVID, like this is when the media was like, oh, COVID, 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 COVID. But now it done died down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Change it
Price
up.
kind of, it's still climbing, but
Mm-hmm.
we deep enough now. What's this month, June? So if we still in this fear of COVID, and they get to like July, August, I'm already looking ahead for next year because you can book trips up to a year. So
Oh, I'm
I'm already
definitely not
on that.
planning until next
Well, you
year.
know what? I plan trips and I don't even worry about if the time is saved. So I just be going.
I I always have time saved, so I don't be worried about it.
I just be like,
I never
where you
got
want to
time.
go? Okay. I don't even look at the time. I just be like, whatever. Oh, let me ask another question too. I think this is the last one. You got something? I'm
I've
about to
already
go
brought
back
my
on
I've
my
already brought
question.
my stuff to the altar.
Oh, I
Ask
wanted to
about
talk.
the
I was
descendants. Go
asking you
ahead.
about the, well, unless you want to, I got one more question for Buck, but then if you want to wrap it up with the sole proprietorship and LLC, because I think that was good information if you want to tell somebody about it. But anywho, so my last
Okay.
thing is about, my last thing is about the fact of like, okay, so as a man, when is it frowned upon if a woman talks to a lot of men? Now, mind you, the words I'm using talks, communicates. She's not having she's not having sex with these people. But if you know of a woman that just talks to a lot of people, like you just see her. I mean, perception is everything. But I just wonder, is
Yeah.
that frowned upon? Because I've like kind of coined this term called a talk whore.
What?
A
A what?
talk a talk
Like,
whore.
do they have
Oh,
to?
you say it?
Do they have?
I coined that term. Like I know women that say so. Basically, like I know women that if a man asks for her number, she gonna give it to him. Like she not that person that's just like, no, I'm good, because she at some point it's just like I'm single,
She just wants somebody to text.
right? And I'm single, and women like attention, right? So
Yeah.
I wonder if a man like can be he like that. She always talking to somebody. Oh, you chilling with a girl. You see her phone always going off. I mean, I just wonder, is that frowned upon that you make that you just like, I'm not dealing with her because of that.
Well, if it's all about um, you know, communication and things like that. But like if I tell a girl that I'm interested in you
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we not even on the level of, dating or intentionally dating. But if I'm just out, if we got a whole lot of, one-on-one time, quality time, and you always checking your phone, I'm gonna be like, well, she's not really that interested
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in me, But I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna know my position, I guess, in her life, or how where my, like my position in her life. Like if we on the first date, and I'm telling you like, all right, I'm trying to get to know you, but you always checking your phone,
Mm-hmm.
that's a turn off. Um, and I used to be that way. That's why I'm speaking from experience, because I always was like, well, I get mad notifications from Bleacher Report, Twitter, stuff like that. Like I don't miss anything, especially emails. They always come to my phone. And I had to learn how to just cut that off and be one on one because it's about the quality time is more than just being present, but it's about being present, being able to respond to conversations and stuff like that. But if we just friends, like on a friend level, and nothing really been established, like I don't care if you check your phone.
Okay.
It's your phone. Like I don't pay your bills. Like I got no say so.
True. Now, but what if you can play connect the dots with her and like, okay, even if it's not presently, so she's not texting people presently, but what if this guy that she used to communicate with, or this guy she used to communicate with, and stuff like that? How does that?
If I know she got a lot of like like male friends.
Well, they were ultimately friends. They ain't nothing happened. She just talks to a lot of people. So it's
me personally, I just got to be comfortable with that. Like,
okay.
It's more so me and how I feel.
Okay.
But you got guys that's been cheated on, and they don't. I'm pretty sure they've been in relationships where, the girl has said one thing, like, oh, that's just my friend, but they having conversations about personal stuff.
True.
It's all about.
It depends on how the male feels.
Telling the truth. Yeah, it's all how the male feels. I got a lot of female friends, so if I meet somebody, I'll tell them like, look, I got a lot of female friends. The friends that I'm with, the friends that I know now, none of them, they don't want to they have no interest in sleeping with me, because I was in a relationship for a long, like 7 years. It was on and off for maybe 2 years. Mm-hmm. But at one point, I had to cut off all the friends that were interested in me, because for real, it was disrespectful to her, and I didn't see it at the time, but it was disrespectful for her still being friends with those people because they just had access to me, Mm-hmm. She pretty much shared access to me just like they shared access to me.
Right, and you felt like that wasn't fair.
That makes sense.
That's good.
Nah, it wasn't fair.
What you want to do, like? You want to wrap it up? What you want to do?
Whatever you want to do, honey.
I just said what it was. I said either you can talk about that, but either way, I'm ready to wrap it up.
Okay, well, we can wrap it up and we can say for another time. It doesn't matter. We can say it for another time. I can talk about sole proprietorships and LLCs another time.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Okay. Well, go ahead, fly receipts for the single.
So my dating tip is something simple, and I might have said this before, to be honest. My dating tip. Oh, I don't have a B.A.E for this week either, because I have not looked up anybody. But anyway, shout out to all the Black and educated. Just shout out to every Black person that is out there protesting and saying, being vocal on the front lines. That's my Black and educated people for the week. Thank you.
I got something to say too.
Okay,
something I read today.
About Black educated, or just something in general?
Nah, it's just about. It was just like a tweet. It was just a tweet, and the tweet said, "Not all slaves want to be free."
Facts. They're coons. The ones that don't want to be free are coons. Okay, but no. So my dating tip though is communication. Oh my gosh, I don't know the disconnect. I don't understand it. I think that people do not realize that text was invented to be of a convenience. Like, I can't talk to you right now, so this is what I can do. I can text you so I can communicate with you.
They evolved it.
So text is not the end all to it. Like, you don't text me and then it's just like, oh, I talked to her today because we text. No, it doesn't work.
You gotta just be. You gotta communicate, but you gotta be also, you gotta be truthful. You can't tell
What
somebody
you
like
mean?
Where are you going with this?
Yeah, what you mean truthful? I'm talking about this is a dating tip. So this
Just
is
talking about in
like,
general. Just
yeah,
in
I'm talking
general
oh,
about
okay.
texting.
yeah. So I'm saying like when you meet a woman and you have expressed I am interested, do not just I don't understand why people think texting is it. Like you don't try to get to know me through a text message. Pick up the phone.
Oh, I
You
got
can
it. I got
tell
it.
everybody has their different limitations. Some people like, oh, you know what, the phone ain't really me. If the phone is not really me, then you then text and say, let's make up a time that I can meet you. But do not try to get to know me through a text message. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And it leaves me confused every time because I'm just like, at some point, if I gave you my number, it was just not to sit and text me all day. I never gave you my number for that. Trust, and I don't think no woman does. I don't think nobody wants to text you all day. But yes, if
No.
I'm busy, texting me is convenient. Yes, it is. And if you're
Oh
busy,
my
same for you.
God.
But I think people be trying to get to know you through a text, and I don't understand that. So I think, but I'm leaving it open to the floor that you might can't talk on the phone, or you might don't like to. So at that point, you can just make a time to set that you can meet in person. That I mean, just that's it. I just don't. I don't think why people. I don't know. It's so frustrating.
You just gotta communicate that though. Some people don't know.
Yeah.
You for real though, if you I don't know if y'all read the book yet. Relationship goals
No, I
like,
haven't. I heard it's
we
good. You read
yeah,
it?
we don't yeah, I read it. We never learn how to communicate, with a female. We learn through culture. Like we learn through movies. We never
Oh.
learn how to do it.
Well, so what are they saying? Are you not learning how to communicate when you're in a household with two parents?
I mean, you
Not always.
subconsciously learn, but you're not comfortable talking to your parents about that thing. You more comfortable talking to your friends, you know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my dad ain't never been like, come here, AJ. Let me tell you how I got with your mother. Those conversations don't happen.
Oh wait,
You
no.
learn
My
that stuff, and
Well,
well, it
you
don't
know
have to
what,
be.
too, I have to take into account
did
for.
you ask?
No.
No, I didn't ask. It just
Uh-uh.
it don't come up.
But what we also have to take into account is the prior generations didn't have phones either, so it's not like
Well,
you
yeah,
can
we're the first ones.
yeah, so I guess we're the first generation like to have phones and that be we have all this access. Cause I just feel like and even I don't know who I was talking to just recently, but they was over my shoulder when I was texting my best friend and they said, why is she hitting you up on Instagram? I don't think that's a big deal. But they said, I mean, she has your number. Why didn't she just
Oh no, because sometimes me and my friends will literally be have we'll be have one conversation going on Instagram and a whole nother conversation going on in text.
right? That's all.
Like
I
you
don't
just
think that's weird. I'm like, it
no,
just
it's
so
not
happened.
weird. You
Like
and I do that.
that, yeah, that was just like it just so happened that they was just like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. She got your number, and so then
No, they're
I mean,
weird.
that person even FaceTime my best friend and was just like, "Are you bored?" Like I'm like, no, like that's I don't see nothing wrong with that,
No,
but
there's nothing wrong with that.
it's just so maybe it is just a simple conversation. But I feel like even when I tell people, they still doing the dumb shit. They still dumb. They still dumb, and they still texting all damn day. And then I'm just like, hey, what you doing? I'm working, and you still texting
I
like,
seen a whole conversation on like conversation. I seen a something on Twitter. It was like questions other than what you doing. Questions to ask other than WID a girl today. You know, it's like conversation starter. But a lot of people don't know. Like a lot of men don't know. I mean, we
right,
don't act either, but just don't know. You gotta
right.
want to get better at communicating.
Want? Oh, that was beautiful. That should be you have to want. Look at Leslie face. But yeah, that's all I got. That was my black and educated. That was my dating tip. Oh, God. I'm out of here.
Okay, well, I don't have a tech tip. Oh, my tech tip. Tomorrow, well, you know what, so by the time y'all hear, well, whatever. On June 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, PlayStation is going to announce some stuff about the PlayStation 5. So listen to that. That's a tech tip. And the next time we record, The tech tip will be what they announce. And hair. Oh, a good product. Well, a
So
really good
maybe you
product
should
I
say
used
what you told me
recently.
about. She told me to spray my roots with L'Oreal hairspray.
No, that's not what I'm about to say. A really good styling product that I liked before, but I really like now is the Cream of Nature Curl Activator Cream. I think it is. It's really, really good. Like my hair is really moisturized. Oh, and then Dove has some stuff too, but I'll tell y'all next week because I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's really good. And I'm so thankful because yesterday I went to go get my nails done yesterday, and on my way home, I was able to swing by the shop and get my undercut cut again because it was not looking good back there.
Well,
It was not looking good. It was it had grown out, honey. It was looking like it needed a Brazilian. But I'm nice and smooth back here now. My
you
neck
back.
is free. Yes, can you see it? You see my neck looking free.
Right, you back like
Woo!
cook crack. Back like cook crack. Yeah, but that's good though. That is good.
Anything else? Any
That
closing
is
words?
it. That is it. I wish everybody a farewell.
Okay, make sure you go do your
Yeah.
work now.
I
It was
am.
nice meeting you, Buck.
Thank you, Buck, for coming
You too.
and talking to us.
No problem. I love to talk.
I know.
I heard.
All right.
Bye.
All right.